Have you watched a child move? The way they sit, the way they squat, and just generally how mobile their joints are. We are all born with such a full range of motion in the body. So then what happens over the years that we become so inflexible and we are unable to even sit on the floor comfortably? Now, before you jump up and say, but hey, it's the aging process, let me tell you that even though with age, some amount of wear and tear happens, and we definitely will have some movement restrictions, it's not an excuse we want to keep telling ourselves when more and more 20 and 30-year-olds are unable to sit on the floor for a meal, squat comfortably to pick something off the floor, and are taking more and more days off from work due to back pain, etc. And as consultants, we are hearing more and more clients complaining of stiff backs and tight joints when they wake up in the morning. Now, let me explain why this is happening and how you can rectify it. First, as humans, we were always hunter gatherers and we were always either doing farming or moving around in search of food. Basically, we were moving a lot and sitting or squatting on the ground a lot. But now, research shows that out of the approximately 16 waking hours, we spend 90% of it sitting. And sitting and sedentary behavior by itself is a major cause for concern. Sitting has been called the next smoking in terms of health risks. A study published in 2017 in the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine shows that sitting and sedentary behavior, which includes extended hours of TV watching, extended hours of seated travel in cars, and occupational sitting, have shown to increase the risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Second, even when we are sitting, we are doing it in a very unnatural position for the human body, which is on couches and chairs. Now, how does this affect us? Now, we have a group of muscles in our body called the hip flexors. These muscles not only support your hips and your core, but also stabilize your spine. This extended sitting that we do in unnatural positions shortens these hip flexors and tightens them. This results in a weakened core and issues such as back pain and knee pain that have become the most common complaints of the younger population currently. So how can you resolve this? First, stay active throughout the day by making conscious choices. Even if you are getting in the minimum required physical activity of 150 minutes per week, which is roughly about 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, you will still be sedentary if you are spending the majority of your day sitting. So here's what you can do. If you have a desk job, get up every hour and walk around. Breaking up prolonged periods of sitting with short bouts of activity may counteract some of the ill effects of high amounts of sitting time. These short breaks can include walking around briskly, which may be possible to do in most places, or even better, get a standing desk. If you have to be sitting at your desk, be aware of your posture. Don't hunch. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor and your thighs are parallel to the floor for the most part of your sitting time. Also, whenever and wherever possible, try to sit on the floor. This will keep your joints more flexible. We have linked a video on a basic stretch routine for the hip flexors in the description below. When you're at home, try to stand up and move around during TV commercials. Pace around while making phone calls and try to do chores like standing and ironing while you're watching TV. And lastly, think about adopting active transportation means such as cycling or walking to work whenever and wherever possible. Overall take-home guideline is to move more and opt for activities that keep you moving more throughout the day. If you find our content useful, make sure to subscribe, like, and drop in a note for us in the comments.